Good morning. Again, we are starting with the number system, first chapter of the ninth class NCRT. Here, myself Gajanan Davande. I am starting with this. I am just reminding you what we have studied in the earlier classes, two video lectures. That is natural number, whole number, integers, then uh, integers, real number, rational number, and irrational numbers. And you are quite aware or you are knowing very well if you have gone through the book also that what is irrational number and what is rational number. Now, how to mark any number on the number scale? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 you can mark very easily, there is no problem in that. But if the real numbers, that is some, you can say the rational numbers or decimal numbers are, you have to represent on the number line. So how we can represent? So I will take one example of, say for example I am taking 2.665. Okay, I have to represent 2.665 on the number scale. Nothing is there, we have to draw a scale. सबसे पहले हमको स्केल की जैसे हम मार्किंग करते हैं ठीक वैसे ही I will mark 0 not in the center because we want to draw here on this side. So say this is 0, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3. 2.6. I will take only these two numbers, 2.6. So definitely this will lie between 1, 2 and 3. 2.6 will lie in between 2 and 3. This is very well known to you. 2.6. So what we will do? We will split or divide 1 and the length 2 to 3 in 10 equal parts. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, say 8, 9, 10. I will write down 3 here. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I will write here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I can write 5 here, 9, and this is 3, 10. Okay. Now 2.6. 2.6 means 2, 2.1, 2.2, 2.3, 2.4, 2.5 and this is 2.6. Means this is the point 2.6. But what we need next is 2.66. We need the point 2.66. Means this will lie in between 2.6 and 2.7. So by the process of magnification, we will magnify this portion. आपको पता है मैग्नीफाइंग ग्लास से क्या होता है, बड़ा दिखता है. Means this is small portion that is in between 2.6 and 2.7. We will magnify this one. Say this is 2.4, this is 2.5, this is 2.6. Okay, 2.5, 2.6 and this is 2.7. So first of all I will mark the 10. 2.61, 2.62, 2.63, 2.64, 2.65, 2.67, 2.68, 2.69 and this is 2.7 and this is 2.6. What we need is 2.66. So this is our 2.61, this is 62, this is 2.63, this is 2.65, this is 2.67 6 6. This is 2.67. This is 2.68. This is 2.69 and this is 2.7. Now 2 points. What we need now? 2.665. 2.665. Again we will repeat the procedure of magnifying, and this number, that is 2.665, will lie in between 2.66 and 2.67. Clear? So we will magnify this part, 2.66 and 2.67. So on magnification, 2.66, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and this is 10. So this is 2.67. So this is, sorry, 66, 2.66, 2.661, 2.662, 2.663, 2.664. This is 2.665, 2.666, 2.667, 2.668, 2.669 and 2.67. So now this is 2.65, which is represented here. What we are doing, what we are splitting and magnifying these numbers and splitting it into 10 parts, and then we are marking like this. Again, if you want to expand this also, means if you want to write down up to the 4 decimal, for example, say I am writing 1 here. So you need to draw 2.6651. So what we will do? 2.665. So this is 2.665 and 2.666. This scale is to be magnified again. And I'm not drawing it completely. This is 2.665 and say this is 2.666. So this is 6651. 2.665, second will be 2, 3 and so on. So this is 2.661, which number we want. So like this, in this way we can mark the number rational numbers on the number line by the method of a process of magnification. Clear? Now you can also mark the rational numbers which is repetitive. This is terminating number, means this is terminating after 2.665, but if it is not terminating, it is repetitive in nature. Repetitive means, yesterday in the last video lecture we have gone through the repetitive, non-repetitive, terminating and non-terminating. Terminating means whose remainder is 0. Now I am taking one example, that is 5.77, means 5.7 bar. I am taking one example, that is 5.37. Example is given in your book, that's why I am taking the same example so that you can read the book also. 5.37 bar means this is a repetitive. Bar means the 7 is repetitive and it is up to infinity. So this is up to infinity. The procedure is again same. We have to draw a number scale. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5.3 will come after 5 and before 6. 6. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So number will lie in between these two. So this is 5.5. Say this is 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So here this is 5.3. Clear? What we need? 5.37 means this will lie in between 5.3 and 5.4. So we will magnify this one. We will magnify this one. Again the procedure is same. I will mark here. I will magnify only that portion. So this is 5.3. Say this is 5.31, 5.32, 5.33, 5.34, 5.35. 5.36, 5.37, 5.38, 5.39 and 5.4. So this is 5.31. This is 5.32, 5.33, 5.34, 5.36, 5.37, 5.38, 5.39. Now, these two numbers are there. 5.37. This is the number. But we need 7. Means this will lie in between 5.37 and 5.38. So what we have to do? Again we have to magnify the range between these two numbers. Means we will magnify again 5.37. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this is 5.38. This is 5.371, 0.372, 0.373, 0.374, 0.375, 0.376 and 5.377, 5.378, 5.1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and this 5.379 and 5.38. Correct. So now 5.377. 5.377. We raised up to this accuracy. If accurate, we need the accuracy level more precise, so we can go further and we can magnify 5.377 and 5.378, and after magnification you will get again the value 5.3777. Okay. If you need more accurate, again you have to magnify it. So now you can understand. So up to 3 values you have to find, right? You have to show the values on this number line, and this is the representation of the rational numbers or in decimals which are written in decimals, you have to represent on the number line up to the third decimal points. Okay, so now there are one statement: every real number is represented by a unique point on the number line. So that we have shown. So exercise number 5.4, sorry, not 5.4, 1.4. The question number 1 is, I'm quite confident that you can draw this number on the number scale or visualize 3.765. 3.765 by the method of succession magnification. By the method of succession magnification on the number line. So it is very simple. I will draw a number line, very straight line, 0, arrow on the left side, arrow on the right side. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 3.7, it means it will lie in between 3 and 4. So the number is lying in between 3 and 4. So that's why I'm not going ahead. So 3 and 4. Divide this length into 10 equal parts. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. This point is 3.5. We need 3.7. So 3.5, 3.6 and 3.7. So I will mention here, this is 3.7. But we need 3.76. The second place is 6. So this will be in between 3.7 and 3.8. So we have to magnify this portion. We have to magnify this portion. So I will magnify this one. 3.7, 3.71, 3.72, 3.73, 3.74, 3.75, 3.76, 3.77, 3.78, 3.79, 3.8. So this is 3.8. This is 3.71, 3.72, 3.73, 3.74, 3.75, 3.76, 3.77, 3.78, 3.79 and 3.8. We need 3.76. So this is the place, 3.76. Now, at the third place of the decimal, that is 5, means this is lying in between 3.76 and 3.77. So again we have to magnify this one portion. So we have to magnify this one. So you can magnify again. 3.76, 3.761, 3.762, 3.763, 3.764, 3.765, 3.767, 8, 9, this one. So this is 3.77. So this is 3.761, 3.762, 3.763, 3.764, 3.765, 3.766 and so on. So now what number we need is 3.765. So this is the point on the number line. Clear? So this is the successive magnification method by which you can represent or show the number on the number line. Clear? So this is your question number 1 of exercise 1.4. Now the second question is exercise number 1.4. Second question is 4.26 bar. Okay, so there are only two questions. So you can draw from the different books. You can use R.D. Sharma as well as R.S. Agrawal. So there are number of problems are given on that in that book. So you can practice to draw the number line. So 4.26 bar means 4.26, 26, 26 and so on. This is the meaning of bar. Clear? Now, process is same. Draw a number line 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and this is the arrowhead. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. The number 4.2 is lying in between 4 and 5. So that's why I will divide this portion into 10 equal parts. So that is 4.1, 4.2, 4.3, 4.4, 4.5, 4.6, 4.7, 4.8, 4.9. Clear? So we need 4.2. So this is our place. This is 4.2 and this is 4.3 because we need 4.26. 6 is our next number digit decimal number. So we have to magnify this part and again we have to distribute into 10 equal parts. Again the process is same. So this is 4.2. 2.1, 2.2, 2.3, 2.4, 4.25, 4.26, 4.27, 4.28, 4.29, 4.3. So this is 4.3. This is 4.25. This is 4.26. We need this number 4.26. So this is 4.26. Again, the next decimal number is 2. So this will lie in between 4.26 and 4.27. So we will magnify this portion. We will magnify this portion. .25 sorry 26. This is 26. 4.261, 262, 4.263, 4.264, 4.265, 4.266, 4.267, 4.268, 269 and 4.27. Four point 261, 4.262, 4.263, 4.264, 4.265, 4.266 and so on. We need 4.262 means this is the point 4.262. here. Again 2 6 2 6. So this will lie in between 262 and 263. So we will magnify this portion and again we have to draw. So as I have told you, how much accuracy you need, you have to go up to that point. So generally we are taking up to 3 decimal points. So this is the answer. You can represent this number, that is 261, this is 262. So this is 262 is this point. If you want to go more accurate values, then you can draw in the next one and the next one, and you will go to very closer to the 4.26 bar. Okay, so now the exercise is having only 2 problems, so that's why this exercise is completed. So now we will start the new topic. Okay, now operation on real numbers means all the numbers, they are rational, irrational, all which can be marked on the number line. So they all numbers are following the commutative law, associative law, distributive law of addition and multiplication. Means that all the rational numbers are following this. Numbers are following as well as irrational number. Irrational numbers are also following this rule, commutative, associative, distributive law of addition and multiplication. But rational number are remains rational numbers. Means you can add, subtract, multiply or divide the rational numbers, you will get the rational numbers. But in the case of irrational numbers, irrational number means those numbers which can be written in the form of p by q. You must remember, you cannot write irrational number into this form, that is p by q. Again the same thing, q is not equal to 0. You cannot write irrational number into the form of p by q. You cannot write. Now, after applying these laws, whether the irrational number remains the irrational number or it will be converted into rational number. So, what is your guessing? Okay. So now, irrational number sometimes remains irrational and sometimes it becomes rational. So we can understand by taking some examples. Say for example, under root 6, that is positive, minus under root 6. So this is equal to 0. Okay. Similarly, if we use under root 2 multiplied by under root 2, so this is equal to 2. This is a rational number. This is rational number. This is irrational, this is irrational. Under root 2 is irrational, we know it. Under root 6 is also irrational. So irrational minus irrational is equal to rational number. Here again, this is irrational into irrational. So always that irrational number multiplies with the irrational number will be rational number. So it is not correct. The under root 2 multiplied by under root 5. So this is equal to under root 10. So this is again irrational number. This is irrational. This is irrational. Multiplication, the answer is irrational. So we cannot form a rule, or we cannot say that if the all the multiplications of the irrational number is irrational number, or all the multiplications of this summation of irrational numbers are rational or irrational. So it depends on the case by case. For example, again, two into root 3. So this is 2 root 3. So this is irrational number. This is rational number multiplied by irrational number. This is irrational number. If I am writing this is 2 root 3 plus 5 root 3. So this will become 7 root 3. So this is irrational number, this is irrational number, this is irrational number. Means summation of the two irrational numbers may be rational or may be irrational. This is the example of the irrational. Now I am taking the example of the rational number, that is 2 root 5 minus 2 root 5. So this is equal to 0. So this is the rational number. So these are the examples we have taken to check. Example 12. Check whether 7 root 5, 7 by root 5, under root 2 plus 21, pi minus 2 are irrational numbers or rational numbers. Means in the example on page number 18 of the CBSE book, NCERT, I am just writing it on the board, that is 7 root 5. First one. Second one is 7 by root 5. That is the division. 7 by root 5. Third one. Under root 2 plus 21. Under root 2 plus 21. And fourth one is pi minus 2. Are irrational numbers or not? So under root, the value of the under root 5 is equal to 2.36. 2.236. This is given in the book. The value of the under root 2 is equal to 1.1412, 4142, 1.4142, and so on. So if you multiply, substituting the value 7 multiplied by 2.236 and so on, you will get irrational number. Means we can conclude that any rational number is multiplied with the irrational number, the answer will be irrational number. Again, if it is 7 divided by 2.236 and so on, so again you will get irrational number, because you will not get it rationalized. So this will not go up. So you cannot divide this one. If you divide it, that you will also get the irrational number. So if any rational number is divided by irrational number, or we can say 7 is multiplied by 1 upon under root 5, and 1 upon under root 5 is a irrational number. So 7 multiplied, so it is again multiplication, but here we are saying 7 is divided by under root 5. So again this is irrational number. Under root 2 means this is, if you substitute the value 1.4142 plus 2, so this will be 21. So this will be 22.4142 and so on. So this is irrational number. Clear? Means if you add rational number to any irrational number, then it will be a irrational number. Here pi is a rational number or irrational number? Pi is irrational number. If we subtract 2, say for example the value we know that 3.14, yesterday we have written 1415 minus 2, so this will be 1.1415 and so on. So again this is irrational number. Means if we subtract rational number from the irrational number, the number we get will be irrational. If we add rational number to the irrational number, we will get irrational number. If we multiplied by irrational number to the rational number, you will get irrational number. If you divide a rational number by irrational number, you will get irrational number. But if you multiply irrational number to the irrational number, it is not defined whether you will get irrational or rational. It is conditional. If it is the same value, then you will get rational number. If it is not same, then you may get rational or irrational in that case also. So I think this is very clear to you. The next one, we will take some points. If you want to write down, you can write down from the book. This is given on the page number 19, point 123. That sum or difference of a rational number. That is, sum or difference we have taken here. Sum or difference of the rational number with the irrational number, we will get irrational number. Second, multiplication or division of irrational number to the rational number, we will get irrational number. In the third case, if we multiply irrational number to the irrational number, so it is not defined whether you will get rational number or irrational number. So now this part is completed. Now we will go ahead with this root, under root, the value of how we can solve, because मुझे भी पता है अंडर रूट देखते से ही बड़ी घबराहट होने लगती है कि कैसे सॉल्व करेंगे, बट अंडर रूट इज नॉट ए वेरी टिपिकल थिंग, इट्स अ वेरी सिंपल थिंग इफ यू अंडरस्टैंड इट एंड you solve number of problems, so you will be very familiar with the under root or root, you can see. We will go with the operations of taking square roots of real numbers. We will recall that if a is a real number means it is positive real number, a is equal to, the answer is say b. This is also positive real number and this is also positive real number. A under root a is equal to b, means we can write b square is equal to a, means a is greater than 0 as well as b will be also greater than 0. Greater than 0 means it is positive real number. Greater than 0 means it is positive real number. It is not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 only. It may be 0.16, 0.14, 0.18, 0.394 or 2.36. All these numbers which can be mentioned on the real numbers on the positive side, or we can say on the number line to the right of the 0, you can find the root values of the number. So that is under root a is equal to b, means b square is equal to a. B square is equal to a, where b is also greater than 0. So how to find under root x on any given positive real number on x geometrically, means how to find out under root x geometrically on the number line, means किसी भी वैल्यू का अगर अंडर रूट एक्स की वैल्यू आपको मार्क करना है डायरेक्टली, से फॉर एग्जांपल इफ it is taken in your book, that is 3.5, we have to find out the value of 3.5 and we have to mark it on the number line. It's a very easy approach and very systematic, and it is magical also. So means अभी शुरू में तो ऐसा भी लग सकता है कि अरे ये कैसे एकदम वैल्यू आ गई, लेकिन अपन उसको भी प्रूफ करेंगे. वी विल प्रूव इट, because in mathematics everything is having proof. For example, I am taking a straight line any point here. Say this is a number line, or we start with the line 0 is here. This is point A. I will take the marking from the book so that you can understand very easily. So this is point A, which is the starting point. Measure the distance 3.5. Say this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, and this is 4, and this is 3.5. Measure the distance. Say this is 1, 2, 3, and this is 4. We need 3.5, so this is 3.5. This is 3.5. Say this is point B, that is taken in your book is B point, correct. So this is point, I will write on the side B. Add 1 centimeter means 3.5 plus 1. So this is equal to 4.5. So I will mark here, this is 4.5 and this is point C. This is 1 centimeter. Okay. From here, this is 4.5. Every time we have to measure the distance from the point A, because this is 0. 1, 2, 3, 3.5 and this is 4.5. This is 1 centimeter. In every case, you have to add 1 centimeter. Now, bisect AC. We have to bisect the distance AC. How we can bisect? Do you know? Okay. Approximately with the help of the compass, more than half the distance you will take it and mark the arc on both the sides from taking center A and center C like this and join the line. Say this is the center. Now AC is bisected. Clear? So this point is represented by O. You got this point? What we have done? हमने क्या किया? सबसे पहले AB मार्क किया, which is equal to 3.5, जिसका अपने को अंडर रूट निकालना है. Then we have added 1 centimeter. हमने 1 centimeter उसको extend किया. AC is equal to 4.5. फिर क्या किया? हमने AC को bisect किया. Bisect करने का आपको तरीका पहले से पता है और नहीं याद हो तो बहुत क्लियर है. विद द हेल्प ऑफ द कंपास यू हैव टू टेक मोर देन हाफ द डिस्टेंस ऑफ द सेंटर. ये अंदाज से आप आधे से ज्यादा लीजिए. एक चाप इधर लगाइए, एक चाप इधर लगाइए. सी को सेंटर लेते हुए इस चाप को इंटरसेक्ट करिए, इस चाप को इंटरसेक्ट करिए एंड देन जॉइन दिस लाइन. और ये जहां कट करेगा वो पॉइंट जो है वो सेंट्रल पॉइंट होगा. सो दिस इज द सेंटर पॉइंट. कंसीडरिंग द सेंटर, ड्रॉ ए सेमी सर्कल. Draw a semicircle by taking the radius OC, because O is the center of AC, so OC will be the radius. हाँ, अभी यहाँ खत्म नहीं हुआ है, अब और एक काम बाकी है. At point B, we have to draw again perpendicular. Yesterday I have told you how to draw the perpendicular. Mark one arc, then draw here, bisect these points and extend this one. Okay. So this is perpendicular at which point? At B, which is 3.5 from A. So this point, this perpendicular line will intersect this semicircle. This semicircle is intersected by this perpendicular line. This is point D. Okay, this is point D. Now this BD distance, is under root 3.5. This BD distance is under root 3.5. अब आपको जिस नंबर लाइन पे मार्क करना हो उस पे ये आप मार्क कर सकते हो. सपोज इफ यू आर टेकिंग दिस पॉइंट एज 0, यदि आपने इसको नंबर लाइन पे 0 ले लिया तो ये जो if you take B 0 at B on number line, then you with the taking this radius you can mark the value of under root 3.5 on the number line. So this distance will be 3.5 under root 3.5. Or it is better if you can draw a separate scale marking 0 here. Take this as radii with the help of the compass, that is BD, and making center, mark the cut. So this distance will be equal to under root 3.5. This you can draw separately also, but here you have to show that this is equal to BD here. Okay, so like this you can draw 3.5, under root 3.5. Any value you can draw. If suppose you want to draw under root 7, under root 7. So what we will do? First of all, we will draw a line of 7 centimeter. Then add 1 centimeter. So how much will be this? This will be total will be 8. Then bisect it. Then draw a semicircle. Then draw perpendicular. So this distance will be equal to under root sorry, under root 7. Okay. So now आपको यहाँ लगा हुआ है मैजिक कि ये अंडर रूट 7 की वैल्यू सीधे कैसे आ जाती है. तो अपन इसका प्रूफ करेंगे. प्रूफ के दौरान अपने को फिर से वही पाइथागोरस थ्योरम की आवश्यकता पड़ेगी. और मुझे अब लगता है कि आपको अच्छी तरीके से समझ में आ गया है कि पाइथागोरस थ्योरम क्या होती है. व्हाट इज पाइथागोरस थ्योरम? दैट इज स्क्वायर ऑफ द हाइपोटेन्यूज is equal to square of the base plus square of the perpendicular, or you can say in a right angle triangle the square of the longest side is equal to sum of the squares of the other two sides of the triangle. So we will prove this, how this distance is under root x. The process is again same. We will follow the same thing, that is from here I am measuring the distance, say this is x. So this is A and this is B. AB distance is x. Be careful, I am not doing anything new. I am doing the same procedure which I had done with the 3.5. This is x. What is the next step? That is add 1 centimeter. So I have added one more. This is point C say. So this is x plus 1. This total distance is x plus 1. Clear? This is 1 centimeter. हमने पहले भी यही किया था. So अभी भी वही कर रहे हैं. ये x लिया, 1 centimeter जोड़ा. This is x plus 1. Then what we had done? We had bisected AC. Bisect किया मतलब we have found out the center of it. Say this is the center. Procedure is same. to find out the center, but we are here marking directly. So this is the center, say O. Center means the distance is OC is equal to x plus 1 upon 2. Similarly, this is also x plus 1 upon 2, because AC is equal to x plus 1, so half on this side and half on this side. So now we got the center. फिर क्या किया था अपन ने? इसके बाद we had drawn the semicircle. So we will draw the semicircle. Okay, decidedly like this. Okay, so now this is the semicircle. उसके बाद क्या किया था? B से अपन ने perpendicular खींचा था. So again we will draw the perpendicular and say this is the point D. This is the point of intersection. Clear? Here, for making the proof or for finding out the proof, we will join OD. पहले हमने ज्वाइन नहीं किया था, लेकिन अभी हमको प्रूफ करना है, इसलिए हम OD ज्वाइन करेंगे. We know that OD is equal to OC is equal to OA, which is equal to radius of circle, that is equal to x plus 1 upon 2. It is very clear to you. It is x plus 1 upon 2, x plus 1 upon 2. So this distance will be equal to x plus 1 upon 2. Clear? How much is this distance? Anyone of you can tell me? How much is this distance? That is OB. I am just writing the names. OB will be equal to OC minus BC. Clear? OB is equal to OC minus BC. So what is the value of OC? OC is x plus 1 upon 2. OB is equal to OC is equal to x plus 1 upon 2, and BC is equal to 1, that is unit. So this is 1. So this is x plus 1 minus 2 upon 2. So this is equal to x minus 1 upon 2. So this distance is x minus 1 upon 2. Clear? OD x plus 1 upon 2, x OB x minus 1 upon 2. We want to find out this one, BD. So triangle OB ODB is right angle triangle. So OD square is equal to OD square is equal to OB square plus BD square. But we want to find out the value of BD. So BD square is equal to OD square minus OB square. So what is the value of OD? It is here. OD is x plus 1 upon 2. OD x plus 1 upon 2. So this is x plus 1 upon 2 whole square minus OB is this value, that is x minus 1 upon 2 whole square. ध्यान रखना, x plus 1 whole square upon 2 x minus 1 whole square upon 2 नहीं है. This is x minus x plus 1 upon 2 whole square, x minus 1 upon 2 whole square. So now this is equal to x plus 1 whole square upon 4 minus x minus 1 whole square upon 4. 1 by 4 is common, and expanding x plus 1 and x minus 1 whole squares. So that is x square plus 2x plus 1 minus bracket x square minus 2x plus 1. So this is equal to 1 upon 4 x square plus 2x plus 1 minus x square plus 2x minus 1. Minus is multiplied inside. So x square is cancelled, 1 is cancelled. So this is equal to 4. So that is 1 upon 4 into 4x. So 4 is cancelled. So that is BD square is equal to x. So BD square is equal to x. So BD is equal to under root x. BD is equal to under root x. So what we need is this value is under root x. So this is the proof how to find out this BD distance, or how we are getting the value under root x. If we are taking AB is equal to x, this perpendicular height at point B, which is intersecting this semicircle at point D, this distance is equal to under root x. Okay. Now here we would like to extend our values of roots into cube roots, fourth roots, fifth roots, and so on. Means, what is the meaning of this? This sign is under root. We are writing under root. Commonly this is, if suppose this is written under root a, it means this is a raised to the power 1 by 2. Clear? This is under root a means a raised to the power 1 by 2. Or if suppose, for example, I am taking 4 is equal to 2. Same thing, 4 9 is equal to 3. Same thing, if 1 to 16, this is equal to 4. Now 25, so this is equal to 5. If we want to write down the just opposite to this one, so this is under root 4 is equal to 2, or we can write 2 raised to the power 2 is equal to 4, 3 raised to the power 2 is equal to 9, 4 raised to the power 2 is equal to 16, that is 5 raised to the power 2 is equal to 25. Means, if this is a raised to the power 1 by 2 is equal to, say, b, means b raised to the power 2 is equal to a. Clear? This is clear to you? A raised to the power 1 by 2 is equal to b. That means b square is equal to, this is the square root, what we are saying is square root. But here, if we want to talk about the cube roots, fourth roots, fifth root, seventh root, and so on, means nth root we can say. So first of all, I will explain here, that is cube root of 8. Means, here I will say, that is the cube of any real number is equal to 8. That is 2 to the 4 and 4 to the 8. Means, if you write 2 raised to the power 3, which is equal to 2, it means 8 is equal to 2 raised to the power 3. 8 is equal to 2 raised to the power 3. So this is the cube root. cube root of 8 is equal to 2. Now you can understand very clearly. If suppose I am writing cube root of 27. So again you can say 27, 3 3s are 9 and 9 3s are 27. So this answer is equal to 3, or you can say 3 cube is equal to 27. From here means if we want to shift here, this is equal to 3 cube root of 27. So the method of writing is 3 is a small number, it is written just ahead to this one, and value of root, then this is called, this is the radical sign. Clear? This is called radical sign. Root, cube root of 8 is equal to 2, cube root of 27. If suppose fourth root of 625, fourth root of 625 means now we have to, any number whose power is 4 is equal to 625. So we can write like this, is equal to 5 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 5. So this is equal to 5, or you can say this is equal to 5. This is called fourth root of 625. Means this is again 625 raised to the power 1 by 4 is equal to 5, or we can understand 5 raised to the power 4 is equal to 625. So these are the example to explain it. So in commonly if you want to write down, so we can write that is nth power of A is equal to B. Nth root of A is equal to B, where A is greater than 0 and is a real number. A is greater than 0, that's a real number. So answer B is also greater than 0 and it will be a real number. The meaning is that there is should not be any value which is less than 0, or negative value should not be inside the root, or n should not be equal to minus, n should not be equal to negative. N is also a real number. Okay, n is also a real number. So p raised to the power n is equal to A. Means if it is the cube root of A is equal to B, that means B cube is equal to A. If say it is written seventh root of A is equal to B, means B raised to the power 7 is equal to A. Clear? Now one thing you have to remember, you are in ninth class, you must remember, और हिंदी में कहते हैं उसको अपन कंठस्थ, you can reply immediately, the tables up to 25. Tables up to 25, it is very compulsory. If you want to solve the mathematics very quickly and very smartly, then you must know the tables up to 25 and squares up to 50 and cubes up to 30. Squares up to 50 means 1 square, value of 2 square, value of 3 square, value of 4 square, value of 5 square, 6 square, and so on, that is up to 50 square. That you can remember in part. पहले आप 10 तक के कर लें, फिर 15 तक करें, फिर 20 तक करें, फिर 25 तक करें, एंड दी ऐसे करते करते आपको 50 तक के स्क्वायर्स याद होना चाहिए. इफ यू कैन रिमेंबर इट, देन दिस विल गिव यू कॉन्फिडेंस to solve the number of problems in future also. So you must remember, and cubes up to 30. 1 cube, 2 cube, 3 cube, 4 cube, and so on up to 30. Tables up to 25, squares up to 50, cubes up to 30. If you remember this, और जिसको हिंदी में बोलते हैं, इसको यदि आप कंठस्थ कर लेते हैं तो आपको आने वाले समय में कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जाम्स में this will save your time and you can solve more questions than others. So now there are some identities related to the roots. Under root AB is equal to under root A into under root B. So under root, I am taking the example, the identity is written here and identity is also written in the book. Under root 3 into 5 can be written as under root 3 into under root 5. We can understand like this also. If this is 45, so we can write under root 5 into 15, or we can also write 5 into 5 into 3. So we can write under root 5 into under root 5 into under root 3. We can separate it also, but here in this case under root 5 into under root 5 will be equal to 5 and this is equal to under root 3. So this is 5 root 3. Means under root AB can be written in the form of A under root A into under root B. Means under root 3 into under root 5 can be written under root 15, or under root 15 can be written in this form. Under root A upon under root A upon B, that is A upon B is a rational number which is written here. So you can write, I am taking one example, say this is 3 upon 5. So this is equal to under root 3 upon under root 5. So this is a very simple thing, you can understand. You can separate it under root 3 upon under root 5, or you can write out under root 3 upon 5. Here under root A plus under root B into under root A minus under root B is equal to A minus B. We know the identity, that is x plus y into x minus y, which is equal to x square minus y square. So that's why this identity can be proved. Example is under root 2 plus under root 3, and under root 2 minus under root 3 is equal to under root 2 square minus under root 3 square. Square of the under root is equal to 2 and the square of the under root 3 is equal to 3. So answer is minus 1. So it is very simple identity. Again, fourth one, that is A plus under root B into A minus under root B. The identity will be used is same, that is x plus y into x minus y is equal to x square minus y square. So A plus under root B, A plus under root B into A minus under root B is equal to A square minus under root B square. So this is equal to A square minus B. This is the answer. I am taking one example, say under root 5 plus under root 3 and 5 minus under root 3. So this is equal to 5 square minus under root 3 square. So that is 5 square. Square of the under root is equal to 3. So 5 square is 25 minus 3. So this is equal to 22 is the answer. So it is very simple. Similarly, the identity under root a plus under root b into under root c plus under root d. As in the mathematics we are solving the problems, we can solve this also. We can solve this also, and this is the last one we are going to solve today. Under root a plus under root b into under root c plus under root d. Under root a multiplied by under root c plus under root t plus under root b into under root c plus under root d. So under root a into under root c plus under root a into under root d plus under root b into under root c plus under root b into under root d. So under root, using the first identity, under root ac plus under root ad plus under root bc plus under root bd. So this is the solution which is written here. This is the solution for this one. Under root AC plus under root AD plus under root BC plus under root BD. So you can solve the number of problems on this. So in the next lecture, we will solve the next exercise based on these identities. Okay. Thank you very much.